You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Fan joining us right now is Texas Congressman Al Green, of course, out of Houston. Congressman Green, always glad to have you on Roland Martin Unfiltered.
Always an honor to be on with you. Thank you so very much for the opportunity.
The Senate passed the bill last night, which includes $25 billion for testing. It now goes over to the House, correct? What is in there to ensure that vulnerable communities, people who are most impacted, African Americans, are going to see expanded testing?
It's H.R. 266, and you're right, $25 billion for virus testing. There is language that indicates that mobile testing is a part of this package. I have contacted the governor and the administrator for FEMA about this and have received a response from the governor of the state of Texas indicating that they plan to do more mobile testing. Of course, that's not enough. We have to have commitments to do more mobile testing because if people can't get to the testing site, and this is the case in many places around this country, and they're usually people of color, because people of color, unfortunately, in this country, have been the people who have not done as well as others. And because they can't get to the sites, we have to bring the sites to them. If we mobilize the sites, we can bring them into the community, and people can be tested. The reason we have to do this is because any person with the virus is a threat to every person. Every person. We cannot allow any person to go untested or be put in a place such that a person who contracts it can't be traced such that we can at least get to the source. This is something we have to do. It doesn't matter how you got in this country. We need to be able to provide you the same level of health care as we provide everybody else, which means we have to do the testing.
But we're in a situation where, when you talk about this mobile testing, is the infrastructure there set up? And again, we watched Donald Trump lie in the Rose Garden when he brought out CVS and Walgreens and Walmart and talked about we were going to have drive-through testing utilizing their parking lots. None of that has happened. It was all a lie.
Yes, and the unfortunate circumstance is, I regret to say it this way, the executive branch is charged with executing. The legislative branch presents that which is to be executed. And we have a president who refuses to allow himself to be investigated. He refuses to give us the transparency. When you have this kind of person to deal with, your remedy, we've been through already, but the Senate seems to not value the remedy. We tried the impeachment remedy. So this president, quite frankly, you talk about being unfiltered. He literally now is above the law because he refuses to comply with the simplest congressional mandates. So I agree with you. We've got a problem. We have a problem. We have a president who sees himself as beyond the reach of the Congress. And when that happens, you've got a constitutional crisis. We're still in that crisis. We haven't extricated ourselves from it. It's only worsened because we now have a threat to humankind that we're having to cope with, and a president who's trying to get reelected and using a platform on a daily basis to spew his rhetoric associated with his campaign, disguised as an effort to give us information about the pandemic.
That's obviously deal with testing. We've been constantly talking about PPP. Of course, the loan program supposedly to help small businesses. When you start looking at this money, you look at the fact that even on the educational side, you had Congressman Matt Gaetz, who was criticizing Howard University getting money, yet Howard University, sitting on $40 billion endowment, got $9 million for some reason. On the loan side, you got Potbelly, that refuses. They said they're not going to send the money back. You've got Shake Shack, who sent back $10 million. The National Restaurant Association was successful in lobbying to change the definition to ensure that these major restaurant chains could qualify because they should base it on individual locations. How does that help an actual small business that has 5, 8, 10, 15 employees?
When we voted on the legislation, rather hurriedly, I might admit, and we're about to do it again, you're put in a position, to be very candid with you, where you either vote for what we have now or you hold up the entire program and people can suffer. So right now, we're going to vote on 266. It's supposed to have in it $310 billion for the Paycheck program. My hope is, and I can only say my hope is, that some of those problems have been remedied. I did not intend for this money to be used by the greedy. It's supposed to go to the needy. And my hope is that this legislation that we're passing will cover those questions that you've just raised. I never intended for Shake Shack to get the money that it got, and it's very unfortunate that they did, but very fortunate that they're returning it. Some others, however, have decided that they're going to hold on to it. My hope is we can claw back that money, claw back meaning pass additional legislation to require them to return the money. That's the remedy if we can get that through Congress.
All right, then. Congressman Al Green of Houston, Texas. I certainly appreciate it, sir. Thanks so very much, Frat.
Thank you, Frat. May I mention one other thing?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, please, if you think you qualify for this money, get in line now. Don't wait until you hear some announcement. Go and apply, because this money is going to go fast. The $310 billion could be gone as quickly as a few days. So please, get yourself in line and try as best as you can to get some of this money. There's also $75 billion in there for hospitals. I think that's a good thing that we were able to accomplish. But I regret to say it, but we have a president who is literally above the law because we don't have the courage to take him on as we should. And I yield back to you, and thank you again, dear brother.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you so very much. Every single night, we've got some of the top black experts. You're not going to see them on cable news or broadcast news because you swear black people aren't experts when it comes to this health crisis. That's why we have this show and why we do what we do every day on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Joining us right now is retired General Russell Honoré, the nation's first black Surgeon General, Dr. Joycelyn Elders. John Hope Bryant, he's the founder of Operation Hope. Senator Kamala Harris of California, Dr. Sadrina Calder, retired General Lloyd Austin, Congresswoman Karen Bass, Commissioner Omari Hardick, Bureau President in Brooklyn, Eric Adams, Dr. Joseph Graves, America's Wealth Coach, Deborah Owens, Dr. Corey Abear, Patel Salt, Howard University student, Pastor Jamal Bryant, Dr. Christy McDowell, Benja Ajilore, senior economist at the Center for American Progress, Gilda Daniels, again, author of the book, The Crisis of Voter Suppression in America. 4 stars, General Kip Ward. Dr. Oliver Brooks is president of the National Medical Association, president of the American Medical Association, Dr. Patrice Harris. Joby Benjamin, Dr. Alexia Gaffney, infectious disease specialist, Dr. Georges Benjamin, executive director of the American Public Health Association, Malcolm Nance, family medicine physician, Dr. Jen Caudle, Dr. Tashaka Cunningham, a molecular biologist, Kat Stafford. She's a national race and ethnicity reporter for the Associated Press. Dr. Wayne A.I. Frederick, who is the president of Howard University, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke from the state of New York, William Spriggs, AFL-CIO economist, Andrea James, executive director of the National Council for Incarcerated and Formerly Incarcerated Women and Girls. All right, let's go to Capitol Hill. Congressman Gregory Meeks, Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson of Texas, Congresswoman Barbara Lee, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar, mental health clinician Jamie Singletary, Prince George's County State's Attorney Aisha Brayboy, as well as Dylan Hayrie, ACLU Justice Division strategist. Dr. Cindy Duke, she's a virologist. Principal Steve Perry of Capitol Prep. Health and wellness specialist Dr. Yolandra Hancock. Desmond Meade, president of the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. Cliff Albright, who is the co-founder of Black Voters Matter. Michael Harriet with The Root. The Mina McWhorter, founder of Love by the Hand, Dr. Julianne Malveaux, economist, president, emerita Bennett College. Coroner Michael Fowler is the mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, mental health therapist Suzette Clark, Justin Gibney, attorney and political strategist, and Bishop Vincent Matthews Jr., Dr. Suzette McKinney, CEO and executive director of the Illinois Medical District, Dr. Leon Madugal, president-elect of the National Medical Association, Jana Bailey, mayor of Moss Point, Mississippi, Mario King. We're going to keep driving this thing to make sure our people are fully aware, safe, protected from coronavirus. You're getting the top medical experts, the top business experts, top political experts, top religious experts, because that's why we do what we do. Unapologetically and unfiltered. Ain't nobody else in the black media space doing what we do. Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.